Hey everybody, Charlie Nerd 2 here, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. When we last left off, we were speaking to Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife here, who let us know that her husband is across the bay, so we got to find a way to get to him. We also spoke to her briefly about cryptozoology. So now we're going to continue on. It looks like Kim wants to speak to us, so let's talk to him.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Are these the men Gart told us about?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
But they pay their bills on time.
One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it.
Alright, let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them. Continue with our business.
Okay.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
Sounds like a good idea.
But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
I am, but we need to do it on our own terms.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Okay. Let's change our garb. Have conceptualization, esprit de corps, and task, find the cryptozoologist. Man, we got a lot of tasks for Monday. Okay, let's exit out of our journal. Is this the gardener? We can speak to this man. Is that the one we stole? Yes. We stole his ID. Alright. We need to find our badge. That is like paramount. We've got to find our badge. We've got to try to get to where we can speak to the union boss. Once we find our badge, we can speak to, I believe her name was Janice. I may be wrong. The negotiator from... Oh, what was it? Windy Pines? Something like that. The company that they work for. And we need to do an autopsy. Let's go ahead and do the autopsy and just get that out of the way. Raining. I'm sure that's not good for the body. Okay, Kuno is coming down from speed. Let's talk to him.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Empathy. We shot the body down. We talked to Kuno S. We backed down from Kuno. Let's talk about this crime scene.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
Who put his clothes in the trash?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
500.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Let's talk to him about the pants. Maybe we can get him off his game.
Pig, these are foul modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Cool.
Believe it, you need this shit.
They are graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
How?
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
What is tartan?
They will also make you into an idiot.
I might be interested in pants. Let's talk about this later.
Alright, Pico, shit's rolling.
Good. See, we're trying to get him excited.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
Let's show him this mug.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Does this quaint, better not taken out of its historical context mug have anything to do with it? Does this racist mug have anything to do with
Yeah,
it?
Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you picked it after the mug fucker? Cause he's the clothes fucker?
Not necessarily.
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
It's exactly what I'm saying. Someone has tampered with the crime scene, cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
Okay, so he likes us being ultra-violent. You droog?
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting 2 and 2 together here.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Thanks for blurring that out.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Talk about the Eternite. Let's talk about the ladder.
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
Is it unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
What's in that greenhouse?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie-Uppergite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Erie-Uppergites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
You mean the young woman by the whirling in rags? That gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Okay.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March?
Well, if it's in a greenhouse, it can be done year-round.
Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds.
Yeah, we want to ask her about it.
Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
Exactly. Kuno, there's a stack of Eternite back there.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind. Lazy dinks.
He's hiding something.
You hiding something?
Pig, if Kuno was hiding something, it would be hidden.
But it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it. You should examine the pile of roofing material again.
All right.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Empathy. This is a legendary task. All right, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't...
Can we boost our empathy? I don't think so. No, definitely not. Alright, can we... That's the other thing I learned. Double clicking lets me run. Can we interact with this?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Perception. Can we boost perception? I think these are all red, right? Alright, let's give it a shot. Maybe we,
An inconspicuous pile. of the
72,
roofing
we should be able to
material,
pass this.
Eternite.
And go! Green.
Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly.
Is it secret? I mean, it looks pretty obvious. Pull the panels aside.
There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Ooh, sound effect was nice and crispy. Continue.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Of course. No, we're just gonna expose the door and leave. Come on, Kim. Smarter than this. Maybe he hasn't had his coffee this morning. Alright. Okay. Pig head. Creepy. Cured pig heads. Looks mummified. Poster says, get out of the way or get effed up. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder. All right, we know something about this, probably electrochemistry.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Okay, we have a speed addiction. This is probably where Kuno was getting his speed from. This is probably his little hideout.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
He would not approve.
There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Someone is taking narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However,
He points at the ladder in the corner.
see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids
Ooh.
use.
So we didn't need the ID.
Kingdom of Conscience.
That is a thought that we have that's completed. These paintings.
The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet. The toy must be put away immediately, and the child reprimanded. Centrism isn't change, not even incremental change. It is control over yourself and the world. Exercise it. Look up at the sky, at the dark shapes of the coalition airships hanging there. Ask yourself, is there something sinister in moralism? And then answer, no. God is in his heaven. Everything is normal on earth.
Okay, so this is a thought pattern to where you oversimplify things into basically good and bad, black and white. It lessens anxiety, I would imagine, because you don't have to think as much about things. Either it's A or B, very binary. But the world isn't just black and white. There are many, many, many different shades of gray. But this line of thinking is very orderly and helps to kind of like compartmentalize. So I can see why people would subscribe to this. And I guess because we've subscribed to this, we now have moralist dialogue options will heal us. Because I guess they make us feel safe. They give us 1 morale. Learning cap for volition is raised to 5, and learning cap for logic is raised to 5. Okay. Let me go ahead, if I haven't said it already. The views expressed by the detective in this game does not reflect the views of Charlie 902 Gaming. This is a video game. It is a work of fiction. We're here to have fun. Accept. So now we have a moralist, recovering alcoholic / speed user. We learned that. We probably took all kinds of things. We like the finger pistols. We just remembered our way home, and we were a big fan of Guillaume Le Million. And we're also looking into the bow collector. That one we're still working on. That was from a memory. We picked up I think it was a postcard out of our ledger that reminded us of the innocence of Dolores Day. All right, cool. We can forget, but it costs a skill point. So it costs a skill point to forget these. Are any of these giving us anything super negative? Reaction speed. Empty hand slots give suggestion +1. I need to remember that. Speed gives PSY psychic, but we're not going to take speed. Learning cap raised. Pain threshold. All learning caps raised. Keen of a conscious. Okay. Let's get out of here. Empty tube of magnesolum, a magnesium supplement. Magnesium supplement you rub on your chest to live a happium and magnesium-rich life. So we want to go up here for this path, but I want to inspect the body first. If we take this bag out of our hand, we'll have better suggestion. Let's go ahead and remove it until we're ready to go collect some cans, or bottles. So let's go here. Let's remove the bag, which gives us Bonus from thought, +1. And then if we take the shirt off, that'll give us a suggestion of 2, which is still pretty darn low. All right, let's go check out, let's do our autopsy.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy.
Let's do it.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Inland Empire. Since we spoke to him in our dream, this allows us to do it again. 42% is pretty low, but I don't think I have anything that would boost this any further. I want to check though. Let's leave. Maybe we have something that's lower in it. No. We got suggestion we can do. So we can get suggestion up to 3, it looks like. All right, let's try the check.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Green? Hey, we did it. I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
Killer. A motherfucker.
Language?
And a killer.
Okay, we got another question for you.
Go ahead, Kobo.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where is that?
In the past. Way out west.
I'm going to ask what is happening, but I know what's going on. My brain is personifying this dead guy.
What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination.
Exactly.
Go ahead. Ask me more questions.
Why do I love
fucking
questions?
Love questions.
Why?
Because you're a copperoony. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, copperoony Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, brother Copo. It was love all along.
You gonna ask me a question? Oh, love or communism?
Huh?
You said love killed you, but when you fell down, you said it was communism.
You're misquoting me, Rooney. I said communism killed me. Love did me in.
Continue.
You really need to learn the difference, buddy. This is embarrassing.
Oh, come on, rhetoric. Ask me a question.
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Looking at my face. Motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Maybe this will lead to something. Something indescribable, unforeseen, miraculous?
Ha!
The clown lips on the corpse appear to smile. Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands. The cold spring air smoothing them over.
All right, enough of this.
Come back later, Copo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible. Also, see me in your dreams.
Okay, this does not say any of what you just said. All right, what exactly is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
I don't remember them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, To crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Yeah, let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Sure.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Yes, we just fill in this form, right?
That's right.
Yeah, we got this. We're smart.
All right, open your ledger at the filled autopsy
The
form.
dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
So we just go down the list.
Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with,
All right, let's start from the top. Assistant.
That's you.
Write the initials. We can write Raphael Ambrosius Gusto. HDB.
the corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says,
Coroner's case number.
KK57-0803.0815.
Those are zeros, sir, not O's.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
Okay. I don't understand why he would index it after me.
That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Write it down.
Next,
Name.
NA. Next,
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Sure.
Try 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I do. That's a medium check, too. 42.
He nods.
Race.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex.
Fucky, fucky!
Yeah, you're very mature.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Okay.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
Cool.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
I'm not so sure. Didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
Places his hand on the dead man's chest as if in preparation.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then,
Okay, so Kim has some remnants or traces of religion.
We should start the post-mortem.
Let's do it.
the corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Okay, well, we're going to go in order. External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto its side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
Okay.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Okay, so that's not Kuno S saying this. This is mislabeled. This should have been one of our various personalities, for lack of a better term, skills. Should have been talking about Kuno S. So, interesting. I'm surprised it didn't get fixed. Write it down.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
R for tonight after you go to sleep.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
We're going to write it down. I don't think we're going to try to take these boots because we've already wrote down the serial number and we've already reported it on the police shortwave radio. I think if we would have lied on the serial number and not reported it, it would have made more sense to try to steal these boots. So let's just write it down. We'll do the right thing.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Write it down.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white.
Continue.
The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Write it down.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Write it down.
Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42.
Hey!
Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing.
Write that down.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
I don't see a point in touching his hair, so we're going to write it down.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Should we try to get on Kuno's good side? No, we're not putting high velocity. Write it
You
down.
get your mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
We've got tools.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
Let's do it. He points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck.
we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
I mean, you sure you don't want to do it? You probably have more precision than I do with manual tools, but we did shoot him down.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
Probably.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Let's look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Continue.
The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. Steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
All right, come on. Let's not fail this. 72% and go.
After some
Whew,
deliberation,
got it.
you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
Press down.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Continue.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
The lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark red groove until there is a gap.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Okay.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant. Pelvis intact. Genitalia.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Yeah, we're not going to inspect. We're going to write it down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Okay, so you'd been in a fight. All right, we'll continue this field autopsy in the next episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next episode. Thank you, and bye-bye.